defense wins championships. I mean, our defense has been our staple all year, and they stepped up big tonight, pulling their 9th shutout. I got to give credit to our defensive players, our defensive coaches, Andy Doc Hirschhorn for putting the kids in the right spot, Vito Cresta for making little adjustments on the sidelines, James Kelly for making sure personnel is in there at the right spot, and Sean Perry up in the box helping us out. I mean, those 4 guys together just put teams on lockdown, and they've done a great job all season. Their fumble on the 2-yard line was big. The drop touchdown in the end zone, those were huge. I'd still like to see that punt. On film, it looked like the punt bounced off of their kid and we returned it, but there was a couple things. But you get in games like this, the team that makes the most mistakes is the one that loses. More games are lost than won, and they just made a couple big mistakes. I don't think we had any turnovers, not that I can think of. So I mean, like I said from the beginning, it was going to be a boring smash mouth kind of football game, and 6-0 kind of turned out that way. So we didn't make any mistakes, and we took advantage of some of the ones they did.
I'm just really happy right now. We've been wanting this ever since freshman year. We've been talking about it all season, and since the fact that we were actually here, it really proved that we could win. And then those 2 mistakes that they had just showed that somebody's watching us, somebody wants us to win this game. It's not just us playing, somebody's there with us. And that we pulled out with the win, just 1 touchdown, that's all we needed. Shut them out on defense. It's I'm ecstatic right now. I'm never going to play football in college, I bet. So, I mean, having my last game ever playing football as a state championship, I couldn't ask for anything else.
It's just, you're living a dream, and I've been dreaming it since I ever knew what a state championship football game was like. And I remember back in 2001 when our school went 50-0, won 4 state championships in a row, That's some big shoes to fill, and just going undefeated and winning a state championship like they did, it's unreal. Like Coach said, we have some people watching over us. We don't know who it is, but big playmakers make plays when needed. So
just my dream since a kid, watching the 50-0 team, it's the best feeling in the world. At the beginning of the season, everyone was working so hard, and we talked about it, and everyone knew we could do it. And now we did it, and it's the best feeling in the world, really. These guys, the leaders on this team, were great. That really was a difference from last year, and we need that this next year, and we need everyone in the weight room because we had people lifting the Monday after we lost. That's what we need to do again,
Greatest feeling in the world. Did it with my family. I think the stop on 4th down and 3 on our 2-yard line when we got the fumble, that drop touchdown pass that they had. Our coach talks about 4 plays that determine the game, 4 plays that determine the game. I think those were some of them, and I think the roughing the punter was a big one.
I think we have a good core of kids coming back. George Van Ho, Michael Spar, a couple of our offensive linemen, Matt and John Giuliano, are coming back. A couple of our defensive linemen, Colton Kometz and J.D. Butler, will be back. We've got some great receivers that we think can fill in our JV team. I know it doesn't get published in the paper, but our JV team had 7 shutouts this year. So we're hoping that some of those guys can come up and contribute early for us next year. I hope it sets the goal for what it should be year in and year out. I played for Coach Crothers at Langhorne, and when Coach Crothers came to Urbana and he started that tradition of winning 50 straight games, that's where we'd like to be. That's where I think Urbana football needs to be year in and year out, and our goal needs to be playing here every year. That's with the community that we have and the support that we get from the parents and the administration. It's not a far shot that we should be here.
We are number 1. Let's say it